Hey, welcome back. This is Dan Brzezowski. You're back in the No Comfort Zone. Today, I want to address the subject of you don't know what you don't know. I'll see you inside the show.
Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
Hey, this is your reality check. Check this out. Most people don't know what they don't know. And I remember I was giving a week-long sales training course, which is really cool because my uncle, very smart, very patient, very kind individual, but let's just say he's extremely smart, corporate trainer for a gas oil company, and has a degree, I think a PhD in statistics. So let's just give this, the guy's super smart. And when I was coming out of all my BS, he decided to help out. And he was going to help me write a training manual, which he did a phenomenal job with. But the way we did it, he goes, so let me see your training material. And I did not have any training material. It was all in my head. Now, we went to, this is crazy, the place that fired me, and I went to go clean up my life and go to rehab and do all those things. All of that happened. And now here I am calling on the same dealership that let me go. And I let them know that I was happy and I was healthy and I was working on my sobriety. And this dealer said, great, man, I got a group of 15 people. I need you to train them. I was like, what? I just came over to let you know that I appreciate you firing me. Thanks for the opportunity for me to get sober and bringing my reality in. And next thing you know, he's saying, yeah, I want you to train my team of new salespeople. Now, keep in mind, this is kind of an interesting thing because they're asking me to create a great first impression into the automotive industry. And now here I am, the guy that fired me, the owner that fired me, is asking me to basically train his new salespeople with the first impression. So I told him that, are you sure? What are the other partners going to say? And what's going on here? And it ended up happening. I did it. So I solicited my uncle for help. I said, I really would like to write a training manual, but I really don't know how. And this was a while ago. So he said he would help me with it. And he said, what materials do I have now? I don't have anything. It's all in my head. And he thought that was interesting. And this was one of the greatest compliments in my adult professional life, to get the respect of my uncle, who is in fact a corporate trainer himself, a legitimate corporate trainer, like PhD statistics, very brilliant, very, very smart individual. Can't say enough about it. But we wrote a training manual and he was writing the information down as I was training the course. And then he organized it and we made a great sales training manual for the day, for back then, for that dealership. Now, what's interesting about all this, what I find fascinating is that while we're doing the training, he brought up certain things about teaching because he also used to teach gifted children math. So he brought up some things about how you talk about things, and when you ask questions, people don't know what they don't know. So these rhetorical or these questions that you're asking, they're inappropriate. And he had no problem criticizing me during this process of this training. Now, what was great is at the end of it, the owner actually came in and said some accolades about me when I did work for him in his lead sales manager's role. That was called the general sales manager. And when I did that, when he came out and he spoke to everybody, the current staff that was there when I got blown out, and also the new people that were there and all the managers, and he had made some really nice announcements about me in front of my uncle, who had no idea of my professional background. Truth be told is my uncle was talking to other family members and said he couldn't believe how good I was at persuading and teaching and doing these things, that I actually found my place in life because I was a little wayward kid when I was growing up. It's my dad's brother, So that whole experience of working with him to develop this training manual and knowing what people don't know what they don't know really has stayed with me a long time. And even in my coaching now, when I talk to people, I realize that a lot of people don't know what they don't know. And here's the point. When you're standing in front of the mirror and you're looking at who you are and you're identifying all those places in your life that you've made choices, and you really start to reflect and you start to meditate on how you got to where you're at now, this house, this address, this current life, and you look at how magical when you look back on how everything kind of came together. But the road might not have been easy, and for some it's easier than others. We're all going to have problems and face adversity. I will say, fortunately, unfortunately, I created a ton of my own adversity based on my insecurities. But here's what I offer. Here's what I'm offering you, the listener, that if you don't know what you don't know, if you don't know where you're at, but you think you have an idea, you want to go somewhere else, that's where you go to launchwithdan.com. Launch your life in the direction that you're looking for it to be. If you have a gut feeling that you could have more, you could do more, you could be more, if you have a feeling that, man, is this all there is to life? Because I don't want to end this journey at 80 years old or so and realize that I left so much on the table. See, my journey is super simple. I was the guy who didn't do very well in high school and had a difficult time making friends. I was weird. People will tell you that they're my friends, but in the end, I never felt really connected to many people. I always felt like I was on the outside looking in. My best friend, Albert, will even tell you the same thing. I just never really felt that connection. And I still, to this day, have a difficult time deeply connecting with other people. However, I've learned how to do that. I'm not saying I don't do it, but I just had a hard time doing it. And now I understand that there's a lot of give and take. And my lifestyle, my busy lifestyle that I have, it's not real conducive to have tons and tons of friends. I'm busy with work, I'm busy with my family, and I'm busy with helping other people. And that's good. That's where my life should be at. Now, the point I'm trying to make is, kind of digressed a little bit there. My point I'm trying to make is that once you find out where you're at in your life and you know that, there's more that I want, well, yeah, go to launchwithdan.com. Let's get on the calendar. Let's have that phone call. Let me put you it's free. Let me put you in the step in the right direction so you have a concrete foundation of where to put your footing so that you can go towards your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your hopes, and even maybe get you out of some adversity that you might be in, because it really is all mindset. And my mindset over the years have gotten me to get out of my shyness and get into sales and sell a whole bunch of cars. I was too stupid to sell them, but yet then I got on stage and now I'm teaching people how to do it, which is kind of fascinating. Then I'm asked to speak at management seminars and ownership seminars about the process of selling, about dealing with salespeople, managers, and customers, about customer service, about leadership techniques that you can use to get more out of a group. All of these things are interesting because if I listened to the first few people in my life who put those challenges up, I never would have made it to where I'm at today. And then drug addiction, alcoholism, these things, they plagued me because of my insecurities, because I did fall into the trap and I did seek help. And I did learn about myself, and the first few times didn't work. But 13 years later, it's coming up on 14 years, I've learned a lot about that, about staying and being sober, happy, joyous, and free. I've learned a lot about business. I've learned a lot about speaking. I've learned a lot about all these different areas. But more importantly, I've learned about people, and I've learned about myself. And this blueprint was created out of all the problems that served me when I finally opened up my eyes and looked at my life and said, you know what, here's what's happened. Here's why it happened. How do I create a better reality? How do I design a better life for me? By taking this information that I've already have and using the data to come up with a solution to create and design the life that I want. And that's what you'll find when you go to launchwithdan.com. What problem can I solve for you? Lay it on me. The blueprint encompasses a lot. If there's situations that you have in your life and you're looking to get past them, I can help you. If you go to launchwithdan.com. And while you're at it, if you haven't rated my podcast yet, I would love for you to do so. I've read some great reviews recently from all over the world, and I can't thank you enough for the kind words that you've given me to really promote and keep this podcast going. And I have no intentions of slowing down. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And I thank you so much for that. A kind review, 5-star rating would go a super long way to help super cool people just like you find this. You never know. Somebody's out there and they're looking for some help in somewhere. Your review might just help them say, I'm going to check this podcast out, or keep them listening, so that maybe one bit of morsel will take them to the next step so they can actually and literally get out of their comfort zone and start living on purpose.
Say goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at NoComfortZone1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.